शलाकया च Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitam नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशाय नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते सप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देव प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Yeah. So we'll recite the shlokas together. You can be muted and recite along with me. अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादि अनावृतम् अनुकूलेन कृष्णानु शीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं तत्परत्वेन निर्मलं ऋषिकेन ऋषिकेश सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते अतः श्रीकृष्णनामाधीन भवेद्ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियै सेवोन्मुख हि जिह्वादो स्वयम् एव स्फुरत्यदा अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यतार्हम् उपयुञ्जता निर्बन्ध कृष्णसम्बन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते. Okay. Okay, today someone volunteered to read or yeah, it's better someone can read. No? Okay, fine. I'll let you know. So first, I'll just revise. We discussed in the previous class Anushilanam. So Anushilanam can be, it's basically engaging either body, word, mind in service of Krishna. Feelings also are included. So it consists of Cheshtarupa Bhakti or Bhavarupa Bhakti. In Cheshtarupa Bhakti, body, words, mind come, and Bhavarupa Bhakti, feelings come. And Bhavarupa Bhakti is mainly for those who are at Bhava Bhakti. Till that time, feelings are not so much considered. And uh, yeah, it can be either pravritti or nivritti, either a do or don't. Like no, don't sit by facing back towards the deity. That is a don't, but it's using body. Do like offer obeisances to the deity. That is body, pravritti at kaya, and nivritti at kaya body. So don't blaspheme devotees. That is a don't using words. Vacha nivritti. Vacha pravritti, glorify Krishna or recite Srimad Bhagavata. So like that. So that is Anushilanam. And this is the activity of Anushilanam. But what should be the object of Anushilanam? Uh, it can be Krishna or Krishna's expansions like the Vishnu Tattvas, Balramji, all others, Lord Ram, all. And Krishna's devotees and even Krishna's paraphernalia. It includes Dham, all other things. Yeah. So that way, like if you do Guru Puja to Prabhupada, it will also can also fall under pure devotional service. The Bhakti, and of course, here Prabhupada also describes about how Bhakti is an internal energy of Krishna. Okay. Hmm. Now we will discuss about the Anukulyena. I think we have not discussed. So we will discuss. Yes, bro, you can read. Devotional service means.
Devotional service means to prosecute Krishna conscious activities which are favorable to the transcendental pleasure of the Supreme Lord, Krishna, and any activities which are not favorable to the transcendental favor of Lord cannot be accepted as devotional service. For example, great demons like Ravana, Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu were always thinking of Krishna, but they were thinking of him as their enemy.
Hmm.
Sort of thinking cannot be accepted as bhakti or Krishna consciousness.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Yes, but Krishna reciprocates with them. I mean, whatever you do to Krishna, Krishna reciprocates. I mean, Krishna always try to see good and reciprocates and gives purification. But uh, because we are talking about Uttama Bhakti, not just Bhakti, so that's why this definition. So the emphasis is on the intention to please Krishna, not even the outcome of activity. That is Krishna being pleased. Like if you see, uh, like Yashoda Mai, during Damodar Lila, she leaves Damodar for and she goes for churning the milk because the milk is overflowing. So she goes to attend to the milk, not churning. So there, Krishna, if you see in that particular context, Krishna is displeased because because Krishna wants Yashoda to be with him. So he is upset. So apparently Krishna is being displeased, but Yashodamaya's intention is to serve Krishna only, to so that because she is boiling the milk for to feed to Krishna only. So that way, uh, this act of Yashodamaya, it will fall under pure devotional service. And yeah, okay. So if sometimes in management, if some devotees are doing management, it becomes difficult to please everyone. But they're trying to please. Their intention is to please. If somebody apparently gets displeased, inconvenienced, still that act will not be considered as an offense, but it can fall definitely under pure devotional service, provided it fulfills the other criteria also. Okay, so here, like, there can be three possibilities of intention while performing devotional service. One is like pleasing Krishna. So here, Yashodamaya's intention is to please. So this is the example: Yashodamaya leaving Damodar, displeasing Krishna. So demons fighting Krishna. This is like a reverse example of it. Here, Krishna is getting pleased because he is getting that Veeraras. But there the the Chanur and Mushtik, fighting Krishna and Balaram. So, but their intention is not to please Krishna. They have envious attitude towards Krishna. So this, though apparently Krishna is getting pleased, but this act will not fall under pure devotion service because that Anukulyena criteria is not getting fulfilled. Or sometimes they may not have any intention, neither to please Krishna or displease Krishna. Suppose in temple some employees are there, so they may be just doing their whatever they are told to do just as a duty or because they have to. That is their responsibility. They may not be thinking, no, we have to please. We are pleasing devotees. Some cooks or they may be helping in kitchen. They may not be thinking, oh, this is we are cutting for Krishna, this is going to be offered to Krishna. They may not have all these conceptions, nor they may not have any negative conceptions also. So it is possible. Or somebody may be doing in a very sentimental way towards some devotee. So they may not be able to seeing them as a devotee of Krishna. They maybe just have some sentimental relationship towards them. That also is possible. Uh, you can read this, the impersonalists.
The impersonalists sometimes misunderstand devotional service in such a way that they divide Krishna from his paraphernalia and pastimes. For example, the Bhagavad Gita is spoken on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and the impersonalists say that although Krishna is of interest, the battlefield of Kurukshetra is not. The devotees, however, also know that battlefield of Kurukshetra by itself has nothing to do with their business, but in addition, they know that Krishna does not mean just Krishna alone. He is always with his associates and paraphernalia. For example, if someone says, give something to eat to the man with the weapons, the eating process is done by the man and not by the weapons. Similarly, in Krishna consciousness, a devotee may be interested in the paraphernalia and locations such as the battlefield of Kurukshetra, which are associated with Krishna, but he is not concerned with simply any battlefield. He is concerned with Krishna, his speech, his instructions, etc. It is because Krishna is there that battlefield is so important.
Yeah. So again, Prabhupada is reiterating the principle of Anushilanam. I mean, Krishna and the paraphernalia are also considered. So it is Kurukshetra also in some way like a dam, like now temple is also being constructed. Prabhupada also has instructed we should have a temple here. So that is there. Like now also like Prabhupada's uh, like Prabhupada has performed his pastimes at different places in the world, like the Lower East Side, the Matchless Gift Stall. They also like became like dham for the followers of Prabhupada. So worshipping them or offering obeisances at them, it is also like somebody is remembering Prabhupada and offering that also is like an act of pure devotional service. So yeah, even Jaladuta, all Prabhupada did morning walk at various beaches, etc. Yeah,
This is the summary understanding of what Krishna consciousness is. Without this understanding, one is sure to misunderstand why devotees are interested in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. One who is interested in Krishna becomes interested in his different pastimes and activities. The
yeah,
devotee may
okay,
be
no, that's fine. Okay, so this is about the principle of Anukulena. So it is the devotee should have an intention to please Krishna or please Krishna's devotees or spiritual master, whatever. But it may not be that it can be possible that the outcome may not be that Krishna may be getting pleased or something. Okay, now we will Anya Bilashita, not Anya Bilashita Shunyam. It is actually. Now we will study this Anya Bilashita Shunyam. Yes, but we can read till here.
the definition of a pure devotee, as given by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, can be summarized thus: his service is favorable and is always in relation to Krishna. In order to keep the purity of such Krishna conscious activity, one must be freed from all material desires and philosophical speculation. Any desire except for the service of the Lord is called material desire.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yes, so yeah, this is a very good definition. I mean, but it's a little stricter definition of what is a material desire. Of course, generally, material desire we can consider as a desire for material enjoyment. Of course, there can be some other desires, like desire for Vaikuntha liberation, or somebody wants to have spiritual happiness in relation with Krishna. These are more spiritual desires. These are not exactly material desires. So this we will study in next chapters where these desires are accommodated in pure devotional service. So it's not like only one should have only desire to please Krishna, but some other desires are allowed, but they are very few and limited. But anything desire for material enjoyment that is prohibited. And again, here another point is uh, this implies that a devotee should not perform devotional service for fulfilling material desires or for material goals. Hmm? So let's say one should not chant so that no, so my mind will become peaceful, or one should not chant okay so that he will get good marks in exams. These are what are prohibited here. That becomes Anyabilashita. But this does not mandate that a devotee performing pure devotional service should be completely free from material desires. So somebody may be chant, yeah, so we'll read. He may have material desires in form of anarthas. So that is possible. Like a devotee may be able to may chant with faith and attention, but still he may have a desire not to eat nice foodstuffs or earn more money. So he may have material desires, but he is not doing that particular act of devotional service for fulfilling material desires. Then it can become a pure devotional service. But eventually, one performs pure devotional service, he will get purified eventually, slowly, gradually. So he may have material desires in heart, but he understands these are material desires and I should not act on them. I should not do devotional service for fulfilling them. Okay, so yeah, so this Anya Abhilashta Sunyam, so only desire for Okay, yes, you have any question?
Guruji, if he's not performing devotional service for fulfilling that, but if he is fulfilling that as well as performing devotional service,
Mm, example?
like eating nice foodstuffs. So he's not doing devotional service so that he will get nice foodstuffs to eat. But if he's also eating nice foodstuffs, also practicing devotional service.
Uh, no, so see, that's what we have to use this whether a particular activity of a devotional service is pure devotional service or not. So see, like I mean, it becomes very complex if you want to just discuss whether a particular devotee is performing in general pure devotional service. It becomes little complicated. So let's say a devotee wants is eating some nice a Mahaprasad he likes, and he's not so much conscious about no okay this is prasad or something. He just eating and no and maybe he's saying why they don't keep this prasad many times. Other times prasad is austere. Whatever, if his consciousness is not so much that no, okay, this is Krishna prasad, this is, will purify my senses and all. That particular time, that act of eating prasad, you can say it may not be pure devotional service. But in general, okay, if somebody chants Mahaprasad prayers and is appreciative that whatever some gratitude is there, or he's careful not to waste prasad and all, that shows that no, he's it, honoring prasad in proper consciousness. So, uh, and somebody maybe he's hearing about Krishna and taking prasad. So the consciousness is good. Then that act of honoring prasad at that time can say it is pure devotional service. Is it clear?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So, Anyabhilashita Shunyam. So, no other goals, no other material goals. Only goal is to desire bhakti and prema bhakti. So, because he's performing this pure devotional service, because only through pure devotional service one can achieve prema bhakti. And unless one achieves prema bhakti, one cannot enter Goloka. So, that desire should be there. Hmm. The goal is to achieve prema bhakti. So, that is the thing. And no other material goals to heavenly planets, to earn more wealth, to get peace of mind, all this, to get freed from suffering, anything. And but sometimes there can be emergency desires, like to protect life or loved ones. That's why it is not written Anyabhilasha Shunyam, but Anyabhilashita Shunyam. So Abhilashita means it's a constitutional desire. Uh, I mean, the desire is present. It's not some accidental desire. It is there. He has developed the desire over some time, and that is there in him throughout, like that. If Abhilasha means sometimes some sudden incident happens, then somebody may, immediately pray to Krishna to save his life or to protect something. So that is Anyabhilashita. So that is not counted. Like Draupadi prayed to Krishna to save her. So that is an emergency situation. Now you cannot say, oh, this is not pure devotional service. But if you see her life, she practiced pure devotional service. Only that particular part for some emergency thing, though externally it could be a materialistic thing or something, a worldly thing. If a devotee asks for that, that is okay. but it should be only emergency. It should not be something like suddenly something. No, like Prabhupada also, he, no Prabhupada, yeah, any accidental thing, what I thought earlier. Yeah, like sometimes devotees, sometimes like in Utkarsh camp, it used to happen like they used to go on boat, and sometimes that used to be near rainy season. Sometimes suddenly rain increases, and there is something like no, it can happen that boat may get no get drowned or something. Then devotees may chant no Narsimharati and all. So that is okay. It's not those things are not considered as a Anyabhilasha. Yeah. And like for example, of when these things violate, like like when Pururava he worshipped Vishnu. I mean, he wanted to please Vishnu, and Anushilanam is there. He is worshipping Vishnu with all the paraphernalia and all, and he wants to please Vishnu. But to achieve what? Not to achieve prema, but to achieve what? To achieve Urvashi, which is a material thing. So this is Anukulyana is getting satisfied, Anushilanam is Krishna Anushilanam is getting satisfied, but it is not Anyabhilashta Shun. So an ISKCON employee, let's say chanting. I mean, so they may know philosophy also, but they may not be interested in chanting. So they may be chanting. Uh, let's say they may be only chanting one round. They may only want to chant one round, but they may chant more rounds so that their authority told them like that, so that the authority will be pleased. Their goal is, I mean, please, so that they may get more increment in salary or something. It's not like they are seeing that okay, he's a devote. I mean, it's not like they want to please the authority or in a spiritual way. So it can be something like that. So then that also becomes like an anya bilashita. Okay, you can take some 3 minutes and you can think of some examples from Shastra or sometimes some practical also is okay, but preferably from Shastra where uh, there is Anukulyena and Anushilanam, but not Anyabhilashta. Shunyam, Anyabhilashta, Shunyam. Yeah, but it is Anyabhilashta. So can take 3 minutes, then we will discuss. Okay. Yes, Amrita Mataji, you want to say?
Dhruva Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj, yeah. When initially, when he was
Yeah,
chant,
that is Arunam. After that,
yeah. After that, he got purified. Okay, thank you. Yes, Sundari Subhadra Mataji.
Same Prabhuji, I was also saying about Dhruv Maharaj.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Yashraj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, Kardam Muni, he do some
Hmm.
austerity for the wife. It's
Yeah,
Anushilanam and
yeah.
Anukulan. And Prabhuji, second example is a Prashni and Sutapa, the past life of Devki and Vasudev.
See, one thing is, see, of course, this, in one sense, it is correct. In another sense, because he wants again a wife to do the service given to him by Brahmaji for
Mm-hmm.
procreation.
Okay.
So again, that is again for a service. So it, uh, in some way, it will fall, but not exactly also. That.
Okay, Prabhuji. But Prabhuji, it's Abhilashita, na?
But again, that, see, that is again for a, I mean, you cannot call it as a material desire, no? It is for spiritual activity only, no, performing.
Anukulyana.
Yeah, Anukulyana is there. I mean, the activity inherently is pleasing to Krishna, but the goal also is more spiritual only. So it will not exactly fall it. I mean, we have to
Okay,
see
Prabhuji.
Acharya's commentaries. If they say he has material desires, it has. But
Mhm.
if we understand it more literal sense, it doesn't exactly seem like. Okay.
Hare
Anyone
Krishna
else?
Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Yes,
Hmm.
Prabhuji, can I answer? Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
yes, 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 yes.
Prabhuji, Amrish Maharaj
What, Amrish Maharaj, what?
is like he didn't expect he acted as per the situation.
But he didn't pray to Krishna also to save him actually. Sudarshan
Okay.
only came and saved him.
Yeah, yeah.
So it will not exactly fall under that. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Shrikant Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Valmiki, I don't know.
Valmiki.
That's the chant, Mara Mara Mara.
But okay, yeah, initially he doesn't know. You can say he does not have any goal, or it more doesn't fall under Anukulena. We don't exactly don't I at least don't know what exactly Narad Muni told him why he should chant. I mean, I know that no, he is going to suffer in his next life, all his pre reactions and all. But whether Narad Muni told him to chant so that he will be freed from all those reactions, or exactly I don't know. So I cannot say. But yeah,
Prabhuji,
one example is. Mhm.
Vishwamitra also initially wanted to compete with Vashishta Muni. So he's
But
also
he's doing some yoga and all. Whether he prayed to Vishnu, whether Krishna Anushilanam is there, or I don't know.
no, but when later on he met Ram, so
Mhm.
he was again guided by Vashishta Muni, something like that. I heard
No, no,
Prabhuji.
no, not exactly. Actually, that time they both got, means their enmity got purified.
Okay.
And when this no, when he took Lord Ram to Mithila, and then then Vasishta is again no invited, because Dashrad, Vasishta and all they came, because Lord Ram told, unless my father agrees, I cannot marry Sita. So they call them. So that time they both become friends. That's what I heard one devotee explain in class. Yeah. But
Okay,
before
Prabhuji.
to become Brahmarshi and to defeat Vasishta, whether Vishwamitra worshipped Vishnu or he performed some yogic tapasya, that I don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yashas Prabhu, you have
Hare
something?
Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, King
Mm.
Bhagirath, because he also did some austerity to
Mhm.
deliver their forefather.
Okay. You can say that. Yes.
Yes, Sugriv
Uh,
also, because he fought on behalf of Lord Ram.
mm.
Sugriv.
So that Lord Ram will, as a friendship,
Yeah.
as an obligation, because Lord Ram helped him to kill Vali.
Hmm. His kingdom.
Yeah, you can say like that. Yeah, means out of fear, at least for some time it was like that. Yeah, fine. I mean that particular instance and all. Yes, and another is like no Duryodhan inviting Krishna for lunch. So their Anushilnam is their Anukulan. I mean he wants to please Krishna, but his goal is different. So that is there. So that he can somehow convince Krishna to be on his side, or at least the goal we are clear. He doesn't have goal as purification or prema. So that is another thing. Yeah, thank you. So yes, so that is good.
Prabhuji, I want to know what about Devahuti?
Devahuti, what? I mean, you have to tell some particular activity of that. Then only we can understand. Okay, this is devotional, pure
First,
devotional.
she surrendered to her husband, and after
Mm,
that, Kapil Muni instructed her, and then she
mm,
started like. Uh,
yeah.
so it's also come in Anusilanam and Anya Abhilasita, no?
No, like see, if you say like now. No, you want to say like she assisted, uh, not Kapil Dev. So she assisted her husband. So that particular thing you're saying because she is not a devotee, she became devotee after she heard from Kapila. So you're saying Kardama Muni when after marriage she did service to Kardama Muni. That one you're asking whether it is pure devotional service or not.
Yes, Prabhu. And after that, his
Ah,
son accepted as disciple, his disciple.
uh, yeah, so definitely after that, whatever she does is pure devotional service. At that time, I have not so much heard our acharyas commenting about material desire. I mean, she did, yeah, if she does only as a wife, she assisted him, and she may not have so much devotional consciousness. You can, in some way, say that like that. That will more come under, no? We are going to read this karma the anavrutam. That in that it will more fall under. Then here, that the person has a particular goal. If somebody is doing it as a duty, that will more come under karma avrutam. So then anya bilashita. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So we'll continue. So, so- oh, sorry. Okay. So we'll now study Jnana Karmadi Anavrutam. Yes, Prabhu, you can read.
Yeah, Karmadhyanavrtam. And philosophical speculation refers to the sort of speculation which ultimately arrives at a conclusion of voidism or impersonalism. This conclusion is useless for a Krishna conscious person. Only rarely by philosophical speculation can one reach the conclusion of worshipping Vasudev and Krishna. Vasudev Krishna. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita itself. The ultimate end of philosophical speculation then must be Krishna, with the understanding that Krishna is everything, cause of all causes, and that one should therefore surrender unto him. If this ultimate goal is reached, then philosophical advancement is favorable. But if the conclusion of the philosophical speculation is voidism or impersonalism, that is not bhakti.
Okay, then.
Karma. or fruitive activities are sometimes understood to be ritualistic activities. There are many persons who are very much attracted by the ritualistic activities described in the Vedas, but if one becomes attracted simply to ritualistic activities without understanding Krishna, his activities are unfavorable to Krishna consciousness. Actually, Krishna consciousness can be based simply on hearing, chanting, remembering, etc. Described in the Srimad Bhagavatam are nine different processes, besides which everything done is unfavorable to Krishna consciousness. Thus, one should always be guarding against fall downs.
Okay. So first we will discuss karma anavrutam. Karma avrutam, I would say, not anavrutam. So what? So when bhakti gets covered by karma. So these are some two major activities. There can be many. These are some two examples, major examples. So there may be pious activities related to Krishna or Vishnu. So there may be pious activities centered on Krishna and Vishnu, like no, the Satyanarayan Vratam or like no visiting Divya Deshams. If somebody considers them as important or as equal to the nine process of devotional service, especially the chanting, hearing about Krishna. So then these become, then that becomes karma avrutam. So considering pious activities in center to Krishna is equal to devotional activities centered around Krishna. Like during Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time, one sannyasi disciple, he did Ganga Parikrama. Ganga means whole that all the states, no, from Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, then West Bengal. So all these places just doing parikrama on the bank of Mother Ganga. So it is a pious activity, of course, if you also consider Ganga as the water that bathed Lord's lotus feet, during Vaman Dev recently, that Vaman Dwadashi. So then okay, so she is a devotee of Krishna also. So if you consider Krishna Anusharanam is there. Anukulyana, yeah, you may be praying to Ganga and all. That is okay. But it is like no, I mean, he just did not do anything. He did not do any service to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And apparently, Bhakti Siddhanta, I mean, not apparently, actually, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is very displeased with him. So he considered that as no as good as devotional service. So that's why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is upset. Hmm. So he considered that as no, as equal to chanting Krishna's names and no being with devotees. So that is apparently a pious activity in one sense. So, but as such, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told him to give up his sannyas and no be in white. And so he of course he followed that instruction. But yeah, or sometimes like no the varnashrama duties related to devotees, like especially it may happen in terms of grihasthas. So sometimes like no considering thinking like no if parents are devotees, so then uh, considering like no taking care of them is no as important as no regular sadhana, like neglecting sadhana, neglecting our uh, regular association of devotees. That is basically it is happening because of attachment, I mean material attachment. But one thinks that that particular act, because they are also devotees, the parents are also devotees, one may think no this thing is more important than the nine process of devotional service. In the same light, no, like the Pundalik example is often misused. Like if somebody wants to join full time and all, they say no, see, even a devotee of Krishna also they have to take care of parents. Here Pundalik is told to take care of his parents because they are devotees. And he is seeing them more as devotees of the Lord, devotees of Panduranga. Then they are his parents. So, I mean, his thing is because his consciousness is proper and his concepts are proper, so his acts are pure devotional service. He's serving his parents. But it can happen for some sadhaka, somebody. They may think even if my parents are devotees, so if I just serve them also, that is also devotional service. Of course, sometimes if there is emergency and all, medical emergency, etc., and no one is there to serve them and all, that is okay. And sometimes if somebody has to skip attending yatra and all for those attend those emergencies, that is okay. Otherwise, in general, if somebody thinks like that and neglects one's sadhana and service, etc. Okay, so this is clear, or any questions on this? Yeah, you can ask if you want anything. Then this is Jnana Avrutam, Jnanadi Avrutam. That's Avrutam also. But fine. So otherwise better I have to say. It's convention. So if a particular devotee thinks no that the knowledge related to renunciation, so like the Sankhya Gan, like if you see that no Bhaja Govindam composed by Shankaracharya, in that many verses are there about how this the life in this world is miserable, etc. And even in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita also, there is also like the body is very temporary, the soul is eternal. There is all so much knowledge of detachment. If somebody thinks that this knowledge cultivating this knowledge can help one uh, get some impetus to do devotional service. But if somebody considers this, so if somebody is reading these sections so that one will get more impetus to do devotional service, that is okay. But if one thinks that no, just reading these sections is as good as doing devotional service, as good as reading Srimad Bhagavatam, so then this becomes, if one reads these and neglects reading Bhagavatam or hearing from devotees, attending Bhagavatam classes, etc., then it becomes covered by Jnana Avrutam. Like we have to do some karma and jnana as long as we are in this body in some way or other. So that's why it is not written jnana karma shunyam. It is written anavrutam. It should not be too much get covered over. Bhakti should not get too much covered over by this process. Or if a devotee thinks like learning Sanskrit or something, some other skills as important as 9 process of devotional service. Because yes, if somebody doesn't know Sanskrit, one cannot like 100% appreciate the Bhagavatam shlokas, etc. But they will appreciate, and Krishna, they will get purified and all if they read in English also. So, but if somebody thinks like that, unless we learn Sanskrit and we read Bhagavatam, we cannot really advance Krishna consciousness, or we cannot perfect. So then that becomes like it's a Jnana Avritam, it becomes. Or somebody, Adi here, Jnana Adi is there. So here Adi refers to renunciation and all. So if somebody considers fasting on Ekadashi as important as chanting and hearing on Ekadashi. So if you see, we will see in the next 64 regulative principles, our acharyas have emphasized observing Ekadashi. It's not they emphasized mainly on fasting on Ekadashi. That is just one part of it, but it is more is to chant and hear and do more service to Krishna. But if somebody considers just following Ekadashi, it becomes more like a renunciation, or it more like karma also, like fasting on Ekadashi. One is getting covered over by the karma. So these are some things. If one is following Ekadashi, it's fine, but one should not consider that as pure devotional service, just for fasting on Ekadashi. That is the thing. So if one has interest in Sanskrit, he wants to learn, can learn. And be honest, okay, I have this interest, some material interest in some way, but maybe a pious interest. So one can be honest. One should not claim that this is also devotional service. That is then it becomes a problem. And of course, Jiva Goswami, he clarifies in the commentary to this particular section, to this particular term. So this should be rejected. So here he is referring to that impersonal gyan. But inquiry concerning the worshipable form of the Lord should not be rejected. For that knowledge is necessary in bhakti. Like if somebody is asking some questions or more questions, somebody may have some more questions, many questions and all. Some devotees are like intellectually inclined, etc. So you should not call you are getting this is all jnana and all. If they are all questions are concerning on Bhagavatam, all different aspects of devotional service, etc. So you should not uh, say that jnana avrutam, so you should, this is all jnani process, this is not bhakti. One should not be discouraged. Or if somebody is interested in studying Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavatam, or hearing Bhagavatam more than doing some practical service, I mean in some proportionate, if somebody is more inclined towards that, should not say this is all jnana and all. Yeah, I mean there is a there is possibility that may get into jnana if somebody thinks that knowing Krishna is more important than serving Krishna or pleasing Krishna. So that also becomes jnana over them. I mean it may be possibility, but uh, just the activity itself is not like that. So one should tell them in what attitude they should study Bhagavatam and all instead of saying no, if you read too much Bhagavatam, it is jnana and just like that. Okay, any questions on this too? And I think it is clear. Okay, now any other desire? Let me replace the journal. Please visit. Okay. So these are around 8. So these are 8 activities. You can take around 10 minutes, and these are not pure devotional service. You have to tell which. There are 4 principles: Krishna Anushilanam, Anukulyena, Anyabhilashta Shunyam, and Jnana Karmadi Anavrutam. Which of the principle is getting broken? Which of one or two? Can be two also, or sometimes there can be two answers also. That possibility is also there. So you can think in these activities what principle is getting broken. So that's why that particular activity is not a pure devotion service. So you can take around 10 minutes, think about it, then we'll discuss. Okay, so the first one. Even how going to Kumbh Mela is not a pure devotional service. Which principle is getting broken?
तुझे अनुकूल है ना?
Yeah, Anukulena, but even more basic is also getting broken. Because it's not connected to Krishna only. It's Krishna Anushilanam is only not there. It's not connected to Krishna, it's not connected to Krishna devotees or Krishna's Dham. So, I mean, the place where Kumbh Mela is happening may be connected to Krishna, but the act of that is not, it's not Krishna's pastime or it's not a festival related to Krishna. So, Krishna Anushilanam only is not there. Okay, next. Professional singer crying when singing Krishna's songs. How it is not pure devotional service.
Again, फिर
Hare
अनुकूल.
Krishna.
Okay, Mataji, you can tell, yes.
Prabhuji, Anya Vileshita Shunyam, because the word professional itself says that there is some other driving force.
Okay, like that. Uh, you can say, yeah, okay, that is fine. And of course, yes, that is also possible.
Prabhuji, you can tell other also. I mean, your point of view, I would love to hear.
Yeah, there could Anukulina is also not there. I mean, they may not have anything to displease Krishna, but they may not have any conscious intention also to please Krishna by singing that song. So that way. Of course, yeah, Anya Abhilashita only it will come, not be Anukulina. But yeah, conscious
Prabhuji,
intention also is not there. So that is also there. Yeah. Okay. Anya Abhilashita is also there. I would say that is better. Anya Abhilashita is good. Then Anya activity itself is also pleasing to Krishna. Okay. Yes, next. Let's say book distributor trying to distribute more books so that he will come top. Anyone
अन्य
wants to? Not exactly Anyavilasta Shunyam. Like how this goal, I mean, the goal also is more
Prabhu,
like spiritual.
Anukulina.
Anukulina.
Purpose is not clear.
Purpose is not clear. Not purpose is not to play. He has some offensive attitude towards devotees. It's envy towards devotees.
Yes.
So that will not be pleasing to Krishna. I mean
Yes.
that. So that is not there. So that is more that.
Anukulina, right?
Anukulina is not there.
we also desire to have like be more advanced.
Desire to be more advanced is not wrong. Desire to be known as more advanced. See, if he's doing hypocrisy, that is little different.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhuji, I
now if
was
you see,
having the same question on this, like when you were describing it. So we also often try to increase our knowledge by doing various courses like Bhakti Vega. So we also try to
yes,
expand our knowledge by doing various courses like Bhakti Vaibhav, and at the same time you said that over engrossing in Srimad Bhagavatam also sometimes come in.
mm,
So So I was having the same question, like the desire to advance, how it is different. How do we
Okay,
understand?
okay, okay. See, not see, in Srimad Bhagavatam also there are different things. If you see if there are some no, if somebody is too much want to study like no the creation and all, uh, that somebody there are some devotees who get into cosmology and creation and all. So those aspects, if somebody considers them because they are in Bhagavatam, yes, they are also in some way related to Krishna because Krishna's role is there and all. But if they get into the technicalities of it, and further they have to study a lot, they have to analyze a lot, and no, they may have to read other Puranas, all these things to actually understand those things. Uh, Now, if they're doing it as a research, as a service to, let's say, BI or something, it is fine. Or just for their own curiosity, they are doing it, and they consider that as a devotional service, or as a pure devotional service, then it becomes problem. If somebody wants to know some details of Krishna's pastimes and all these things, it's okay. Is it clear now, or
Yes, yes,
still
Prabhuji.
any?
Actually, I was contemplating on the same thing, like when
Yeah.
Prabhupada says that the goal of Bhagavatam is to understand the past tense of Krishna and to engross in past
Yeah.
tense of Krishna. So I
Yeah.
was also contemplating on the same,
Yeah.
but I was not satisfied with myself.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you,
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
Yeah. And Prabhupada's purports are very safe. I mean, Prabhupada always emphasizes those things and all. So it's not a problem. Again, Abhilasha also can change because if somebody may wants to show off their knowledge. So further they want to study more depth and all. So that becomes, it's always better to study Bhagavatam for a service. Let's say if you have a service of giving classes or you have to teach courses and you study Bhagavatam, it is fine. Or you have to do as a research to help some devotees to write some paper, something. So then it is no more better than to consider that no, we will purify our heart by reading Bhagavatams, many hours a day. Because that needs some adhikar, that needs some higher taste and all. Otherwise, it can become problematic. Okay, now this thing, D. Book distributor trying to become topper for recognition.
May I
Okay.
answer, Prabhuji? Anybody?
Let us see. Okay, Yashraj Prabhu, want to answer?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji,
Hmm.
here we can clearly say that it's not a Anya Vilashita because he
Hmm.
wants to show off his qualification.
Yeah.
Like, I am the topper, I
Yeah.
can do so much book distribution.
Hmm.
Generally,
Yeah. Yeah.
when why we are doing book distribution, because it makes because it's a order of Krishna to preach,
Yeah.
and it's a order
Yeah.
of Prabhupada. And the
Hmm.
second thing, it will make us humble, because when we trying to distribute books to others and they will criticize sometime, they will
Yeah.
sometime accept, and sometime our score is zero. So actually it's for
Yeah.
the Shuddhikaran process.
Not exactly. That is a byproduct of it. Of
Oh
course, you
yes.
can do it for that sake. That is not a problem.
But
Yeah,
Vijay,
that's also fine.
here it's clearly mentioned to become
Yeah.
topper.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah. Yeah.
topper
So
means
correct. Correct.
by
Yeah.
hook by crook we want to sell more and more books, even
Yeah.
it doesn't. Here there is no Jivadaya, so
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
purpose is Jivadaya.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Somebody has to be muted, I think.
नाही ते घेतलं तर कोण ना कोणतरी वाचतं.
Okay. Next, let's say children or no children of devotees chanting just to please their
Sorry
parent.
to interrupt, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, where did
Yeah.
you put Yashraj Prabhu? Where did he put this book distributor? I didn't got the answer.
Because the goal is to get recognition. Na? Recognition, it's a material desire.
No, so
So that's
where
it.
it falls, Anukulyena or
No, no, Anyabhilashta Shunyam is getting broken.
Anyabila. Okay. Yes.
Because the activity of distributing books is pleasing to Krishna, so it is Anukulena, but the goal with which that activity is being done is materialistic. So, yes.
Then the C also is like distributing Krishna's book is Anukulena. That way.
I mean, see, if there is offensive tendency, offensive tendency is more, it will break Anukulena than Anyabhilashta Shunyam.
Okay, got it.
That is there. Okay, then children or parents, okay, they are doing because their parents told them or to please their parents. Or it can also happen, the parents of devotees also, they may be also just chanting because their son or daughter told them to chant. So where will it fall? This will
Jnana
come.
Karmadi, Prabhu.
Uh,
Out of
um,
duty towards
okay,
their
okay,
will.
okay.
I mean,
Yes, yes, you can tell, correct. Yes, that also is correct. I have not thought of it, but that is
okay.
also
I just
Karmadi.
thought that way. I don't know it is correct or not. I mean,
It can be correct. Karmadi. Avratam. Karmadi. This is good because they are seeing more that way. That can be also like that. Hmm. It can also come under Anyabhilashta Shunyam also.
yes,
I mean,
that
if
also. Yes.
that
I
also
have
is
written
possible.
it in both, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay.
Anukulena, right? Because they don't want to please Krishna. But
Actually, no, Nikolina,
But Krishna
means
will be pleased, na Prabhuji. Somehow they are doing it because their intention is not to displease Krishna.
actually Anukulina, let me just think about it. Anukulina, why actually the activity itself is displeasing Krishna. I mean, because those pastimes, no, the example of Yashoda and all, there directly Krishna is personally present. So Krishna's displeasure, I mean, intention to displease Krishna, conscious. I mean, they want to intentionally displease Krishna consciously. So that definitely breaks Anukulina when Chanur and Mustik are fighting Krishna. We can see that activity they want to hurt Krishna. So that we can say displease Krishna. Now, if there is I think if there is an absence of intention to please Krishna, that may not fall under. I mean, that may not break Anukulina mostly because that I have to find out maybe
Prabhuji, in
because
NIO, we read that karmis are dear to Krishna if they abide the rules and regulations of the scriptures. So somehow, if someone is following it as a duty, maybe towards parents,
uh,
so isn't it is pleasing to Krishna? Because in NIO we have
yeah,
clearly
yeah,
read
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. That's what. It more breaks Anyabhilashta Shunyam than Anukulina. Yes. If somebody is like no discreting, desecrating the deities or something, that is like no, it is or hurting devotees and all, then it is Anukulina is getting broken.
Yes. So here, I think
That's
following
what
the
if there
duty
is
is
an
always pleasing to Krishna. I mean, with respect to karma.
yeah, yeah. So yes, so it's more if they see that act of a devotional service more as karma and all, then it becomes karma janapatam. Or it can be Anyabhilashta Shunyam also.
so, Prabhuji, one question is that if one is not
Mm.
intentionally wanting to please Krishna, he may be neutral, not wanting to hurt also or please
Uh,
also. Anukulena gets broken or not?
No, I would say no, because if the activity, see, if the activity itself is pleasing Krishna, like no distributing books is pleasing to Krishna. Let's say he's distributing some no blasphemous literature of Krishna. So that is like Anukulena is broken there. So that is the thing. Let's say like no the Ritviks, they are distributing that no, they have a magazine where they blaspheme the ISKCON leaders and all. So if they are distributing that, then that we can say Anukulena is broken. Though they may be thinking that they're making people aware of the truth and no, all these things. They may have that conception also that no, they may not have any material desires while doing that. But it is inherently offensive to Krishna. So their Anukulena is broken. So yes, that absence of intention, that I think it may fall, we have to see, it may mostly fall under Karmadhyana Vratam or Anyabhilash Darshanam. Okay. Okay. You can all tell one by one. Okay, Amrita Mataji, you can tell.
Prabhuji, for devotee doing more service so that they get quickly initiated. This come in Anya Abhilasita Sunyam.
Yes, fine. Okay. Anyone with any other answer want to tell? Because initiation is more like a, it's in some way also like a post. So okay, yes. Yashras Prabhu, have any other answer?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I thought it may be also considered as a Jnana Anavrata, because generally, Prabhuji, because generally
So they will
we
get
think that,
liberated. I mean, they'll be
yeah,
freed from
yes,
sinful
Prabhuji,
actions.
because
Acha,
we think that if we get
okay.
initiated, then we get
Mhm.
the direct Goloka ticket. So,
Okay,
Prabhuji, it
okay.
happens generally.
Okay. TK. That is also yeah, Bilash. See, actually, there is little. Okay, you can. I don't want to complicate it further. We can write it also. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. One more thing,
Uh,
Prabhuji. I think it's not also
See,
in
here
the.
actually it will not fall under that because na, uh, it's not see jnana. See, the activity has to be an activity related to jnana, but it it can be directed towards Krishna. So if somebody getting initiated, it is purely a bhakti activity only.
Yes, Prabhuji, I was about to ask this question.
Mhm.
So, if one is
We can
trying to do
Anyabhilashta
more,
Shunyam.
huh,
Yes.
so Prabhuji, if somebody is trying to do more service so that he can get quickly initiated, so here the intention is not clear. Like getting initiated is the initiation of bhakti only, na? So the intent is not very clear because even
I would
everybody,
say,
I have
see
also
this.
done
I'm
that.
saying,
Everybody does that. Like we want to get initiated. So how we understand that the intent? What is the intent behind it?
see, I'm assuming a general intention. Of course,
Huh.
there will be exceptions. There may be exceptions. There are two also. See, generally, somebody may feel insecure because if somebody is not initiated, they're put down in a subtle way in the society.
Huh.
So that way, okay. If somebody, let's say, yeah, there are some deity services which require one to be first initiated. Let's say if somebody wants to get initiated so that he can do that service.
Hmm.
So that is fine. I am saying in general. Yeah, there may be possibility of that we'll discuss in the next exercise after step. For a particular activity, what all things we have to ensure so that it becomes pure devotional service. We will discuss that reverse thing so that it will be more clear.
Give an example of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur did. wanted initiation, so he chanted so many
Huh,
rounds.
yeah, that's what he wants to be shelter of. He wants to be accepted so that he gets the blessings of the sadhu of Gaur Kishore Das Baba. Yes, yes. Of course, there he instructed him in the Krishna mantra and all, so that is there. I mean, there it's not, it's a individual affair. It's not a society thing or something. So yes, that's what there will be exceptions. I'm saying in general. Okay, considering cleanliness is more important than quality sadhana. Okay, Yashras, I want to say.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I think it's in under the Krishnanushilanam because the main purpose of cleanliness is to improve our quality of sadhana. But sometime if we are consider okay, cleanliness is everything, not the sadhana part. So it's not pleased to Krishna. Because Krishna, we saw that Gaur Kishore was Das Babaji Maharaj generally. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, my voice is
Yeah,
clear?
yeah. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Prabhuji. So we can see that the Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj generally do chanting in the public toilet or the dirty places because he believes that it will improve their sadhana. He believes in the sadhana, not the cleanliness and all this thing. And Prabhuji, I also thought that in the old time when the yogis and the munis and the rishis doing tapasya, so I thought that when they are in the samadhi, so how they bath and all these things. So of course they are in the samadhi, so their mind is fixed with the Krishna, so they don't think about the cleanliness and all. Prabhuji. So it may be I'm wrong in the putting this thing
Okay, okay,
correct
okay,
order.
okay, okay. Okay, let's hear from one. Yes, Shrikant Prabhu can tell something.
I thought it is karma namritam.
Yeah, yeah. So it will more fall under karma the anavrutam. So see, uh, in general, cleanliness in the context of a devotee means it will generally pertain to the place where he is staying with other devotees and all, or the place where some devotional service is being performed. So cleaning that place inherently will be connected to Krishna or devotees in some way or other. So in that way, Krishnanushilanam is there. But that's what, like cleanliness, it becomes like cleaning. It is a pious activity, cleaning a place related to God. It's more like a without that no intention that this is pleasing Krishna. Uh, if somebody that is not there, then it becomes more like a pious activity. So that it can get covered over. I mean, it's a ritual. Like cleanliness is like a ritual. It's like a generally expected etiquette of in the Vedic culture and all. So that way, it more falls under karma dhyana. So yeah. That's what that Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj example that is there, but his consideration why he chants in toilets and all is so that people will not come there to disturb him, to ask him for blessings and all, materialistic people. And yeah, if somebody is in samadhi and they're chanting in some unclean place, they're not conscious of anything, no? So yeah. So if samadhi means that more falls under Bhavarupa Bhakti than Cheshtarupa Bhakti. Okay. Here, okay. Next one. Else. Okay. Okay, Shrikant Pro, you can tell first. You are not raised, hand. Okay. Sundari Subhadra Mataji, you can tell.
Yes, Prabhu, the next one also considering polite behavior falls in Janma Karma Vrittam because
Okay.
again it will be like considering someone from their external behavior rather than understanding the quality of their sadhana.
Yeah, so where it falls, karma or jnana?
It falls on karma only, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. Any other answer?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I
Hmm.
have one doubt. Here, the devotee think himself he should be behave politely, or other consider him as a politely.
Hmm. Yeah. So, okay. So others are seeing him as polite, and he's thinking because of that he's advanced.
Okay, so Prabhuji, there is a two aspect.
Or conception also. Conception also.
Okay.
Uh,
So here outer conception is given. I'm
yeah, it's
considering.
more conception. More
Yeah.
conception. I'm saying even that other case also. Yeah.
Yes.
So. Hmm.
Because Prabhuji, here there is a two thing.
Hmm.
It's also gyan and it's also karma anavrata. Because if somebody think himself to being a polite is a sign of advancement, so it means
Like
it's a
not
gyan avrata.
conception. I mean, you're saying conception because it is jnana. Not exactly. I'm saying, see, considering that particular act.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, here considering that act as a devotional service, as more important than devotional service. I mean,
Okay.
I'm relating to performing only with that conception.
Uh, yeah, Prabhuji. So Prabhuji, then it's a karma dhanavrata because it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't
Yeah, yeah,
mean
yeah.
devotee should always be polite. But there is a lots of example in the case of the devotees. Even Prabhupada sometime behave very
Mm.
strict and using harsh words. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
devotee is not always polite. It's depend on the condition.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, basically, see, polite behavior is a generally a pious act, no, to be good
Mhm,
to people and all. That's a Vedic pious act. Now it is you are being polite with devotees of Krishna. That is there, but
mhm.
you are not so much conscious that because you are doing that with devotees of Krishna, that's why it is considered as devotional service. You are considered that okay, this karma I'm doing, that's I'm following Krishna's, the Vedas given in that, so that becomes more karma. Though it is bhakti, I mean, if you see, it is linked to devotees, and Krishna also will be pleased by that. And he's doing that also not with some material desire, but he's thinking that as a just that activity itself. He's not considering that because it is linked to devotees, that's why Krishna is pleased. He's thinking that just doing this is pleased. That's why. Yeah. Okay, so because today is Haridas Thakur's disappearance day, we can uh, just you can take around describe how you take around 3 minutes, and you can just think about what all types of chanting are not pure devotional service and why. If you can just say which principle it is breaking, if possible. Otherwise, also I can tell, or that is no okay. And another is how what type of chanting will come under pure devotional service. Okay, take 3 minutes, then we'll just discuss. Okay, so what all types of chanting are not pure devotional service? Okay, yes. Yashas Prabhu can tell.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji,
Yes.
first to uh,
Mm,
show off the devotees to other devotees, actually. So,
mm.
some people doing more and more rounds to just show off. Okay, I am doing 64 rounds every day, 50 rounds
Okay.
every day.
Mhm. Yeah,
So,
okay. What is
it's
getting
not.
broken?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, sorry.
Yeah, what principle is getting broken? Yes, it is
So,
not pure
Prabhuji,
devotional service.
it's for fame, Prabhuji. It's not.
So,
It's a abhilasha. Everybody
yeah,
recognize me as a great
okay.
devotee. Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
Anyabhilashta Shunyam. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Anyone else? Any other? Uh, okay,
Hare
Sundari
Krishna.
Sabhadra Mataji. Yes, Mataji, you can tell.
Prabhuji, I have written both of the first two categories like Nama Aprad and Nama Bhas, where at initial stage Nama Aprad it breaks the principle of Anukulena because
Okay, okay.
yes,
Mm. Mm.
and
So it's
second that uh, yes, Prabhu.
okay. You tell. You can tell. I'll add.
Yes, because while having lot of offenses,
Mm.
so it is not pleasing to Krishna.
Mm.
So that is there. And then even
Mm.
at the second stage of Namabhas, when one tries to avoid the offenses, still he is not Anyabhilashita Shunyam because there are certain desires, maybe liberation or maybe
Mm.
position or uh,
See, that's what, like earlier we have discussed. See, he may have anarthas, but
okay.
he is not doing chanting to fulfill those desires.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like after chanting, let's say he maybe when he goes to work and all, he may want to get promoted or he may get that desire, no, to earn more money. So you cannot call he chanting as not pure devotional service. If he chanting sincerely to advance and to get purified so that he can perform better devotional service, then the chanting, that act of chanting is pure devotional service.
Okay. So, Prabhuji, then only
Mm.
offensive chanting, that's the
Offensive.
first
See,
stage.
offensive chanting means what?
It also
Basically,
falls in Anyabhilashita Shunyam and Anukulina both.
yeah, it more, this you can say more Anukulina. It can also be Anyabhilashta Shunna. Offensive chanting is more like no, he chanting, but he's doing something else. I mean, grossly he's operating his mobile and chanting.
Hmm.
Like no, almost one round, two round like that.
But Prabhuji, Namabhas is also attempt, na? There is the possibility, na, that there will be the desires and there will be, it is not
Anarthas will
100%
be there.
pure.
See,
Ha.
see, mixed devotional service is entirely different. The goal,
Ah,
like
okay.
why
The
you are performing
process,
this
yes. The step he has moved ahead. That,
why you are
got it.
performing this activity. If the goal is
Oh,
materialistic thing, then it is Anyabhilashta Shunma is getting broken.
ha, okay. Got
Somebody
it.
chant, somebody is chanting so that mind becomes calm. Initially, in very new in Krishna consciousness, people do like that. Or somebody chanting every day one round in college so that they will get that prasad, cookie or whatever. So this is that you can say Anyabhilashta Shunyam is broken there. But somebody knows the process, okay, chanting, this is the thing. Krishna is not different from holy name. By chanting, I get more. It's pleasing Krishna, it's a service to Krishna, all that is there. But still, no, okay, his mind gets distracted with something here, there. So then it's okay. I mean, that is not true. He's trying
Okay.
his best to control his mind, but his mind is getting distracted because mind is not purified. But his goal is what? His goal is not to some material thing, no, to get out of chanting. So that happens in sadhaka, practically every sadhaka. So that's not a problem.
Okay.
That is pure devotional service only. Like no some Mayavadi, like this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's this pastime is there of no Raghunath Bhatta Goswami and along with this one Ram Das Biswas. He's constantly chanting Lord Ram's name, I think. But the intention is to become one with Ram.
Yes.
So there Anyabhilashta Shunyam is broken. Though it is it is not actually it is actually Namaparad. But if you say from attention perspective, it may be quite better than a devotee in Namabas. But that is Namaparad actually. If one is chanting for liberation, then it becomes Anyabhilashta Shunyam. But yeah, both are Namaparad. Yeah, their Anukulyana gets broken if one wants to become one with Lord Ram. But if one wants to get liberation or something, it more falls in Anyabhilashta Shunyam.
Yes,
Okay,
Prabhuji.
yes,
So
Shrikant.
I wrote that only, like if at the stage of Namabas one is having that desire of liberation or other.
That
Book.
is okay. I mean,
Yes.
that will be there. So not a
Yes.
problem.
Okay,
One should
Prabhuji.
not chant for fulfilling that desire. That is the thing. Okay, Shrikant Prabhu want to add some.
Like I thought for each level, like for Krishna Anushilanam, if someone is not chanting Krishna's name itself, chanting some different mantras, then it is Krishna
No,
Anushilanam.
I'm referring here to chanting Krishna's name only, but okay, fine.
And then for Anukulana, as everyone said, like committing sinful activities on strength of chanting holy names.
Okay, with that offense, when somebody is committing that offense, somebody is thinking that and he's chanting, okay, you can say, yes.
And really chanting while using mobile or talking with others and getting distracted, that will
Yeah,
be
see, if occasionally, let's say he's chanting 16 rounds and after some eighth round, some call came and he's some urgent call he has to pick up and somehow he's chanting or something, that's okay. But like, no, from first round only, he is doing both parallel. You can easily say that that is offensive, na? So, Anukulyana is only not satisfied there.
yes, Anukulana. Yeah. And really chanting for liberation but not service, is it not Jnana Anavrit also?
See, Jnana activities in general, I mean, sometimes you can say different things, but to keep things more simple, Jnana activities more are related to studying scripture, especially scriptures of no this Sankhya and all, or following austerities like no fasting, very simple life. Uh, those all kind of things fall in Jnana.
And really for karma Anavrit, I was thinking like people like during Satyanarayana or any other pujas also they will chant Krishna's name.
Uh-huh.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, somebody thinking like that and doing that. Yeah. Okay. The third question. This is simple, but or not thought about it. Yeah. So how chanting without offenses it will satisfy Anukulyana, and chanting itself is a Krishna Anushilanam, so not a problem. So then Anyavilashta Shunam, so one should not chant for any other material desires or something. And one should only chant for advancing in bhakti, like for getting prema. So that makes it clear. Okay, so no problem. I mean, this class we can only discuss this, not a problem. So we'll take 4 activities. I'll give one example. So like somebody going on a holiday. So how to ensure that it remains pure devotional service. So first is Krishnanushilanam. So one should go to a dham. So then only it becomes Krishnanushilanam. Dham of related to Krishna, okay, or at most Krishna's devotee also is okay, or other Krishna's expansions also is okay. Uh, so then it becomes Krishnanushilanam. Anukulyana, how is ensured? Uh, you do some devotional activity there, then it will be pleasing to Krishna. If you do some sinful activity or something there in that place, so then it becomes offensive. Then Anukulyana gets broken. So you should do a devotional activity there. And Anyabhilashita Shunyam. yeah, you should not do it for fun, but you should do it for some spiritual advancement. So better is if you go with devotees and you hear there about Krishna, so that intention and the desires will remain pure. Otherwise, one may want to play in the holy places or holy rivers, etc., instead of praying devotionally, etc. So yeah. And yeah, karma the anavrutam. So if one is just going because no, some statements like no, this is 1,000 times more better and all. So okay, my thousands of more sins will be eradicated if someone just goes by the statements. So that it becomes karma and karma the avrutam and all. Yeah. So this is an example about going on a holiday. So you can think, can take around 7 minutes. Then we will discuss. Just these only four activities. So you have to tell basically how to ensure that that particular activity remains a pure devotional service. Okay, so for first one, okay, Shrikant Pro, you can tell.
Suji,
Hmm.
best is if we can earn money through some service which is directly related to Krishna, teaching
Uh,
or something, or at least not breaking any service that does not break four regulative principles. Like we are not serving in a company where there are four regulative principles.
that is there, but earning money for a purpose. So you're, or you can say using money, you think, okay, that may be better. Using money, earning and using money, that activity. So you, if you're using money either to want to donate or like Prabhupada only earn money to for preaching in his grasta time, or like you want to serve your family members who are devotees. So then
So
it
that I
becomes
think
Anushilana.
for Krishna Anushilanam, I thought for each category how it should be related to Krishna. Okay,
It's
use
more okay, earning and using money that way. Spending money, maybe spending money is a good. But spending money, somebody will think earning and spending money, I think.
earning and spending money, Krishna service,
Okay.
not using the
Okay,
money.
you can tell your answer. Anukulena, how?
Hanukulena is was this to use in Krishna service.
Okay, that is also fine. Fine.
And Anya Abhilasha was like not using money for our own sense gratification
Correct. Okay, yes.
and not compromising our devotional service for
Hmm.
earning money. Like I think earning money is more important than chanting and other things. So
That is there. You should not think that no, this is my duty. I have to, like no, I have to provide education to my children, or like no, I have to uh, make my family members happy. Not like that. Yeah. Okay, fine. Next, raising children. Anyone else, Mr. Try? Yes, Shastri, you want to tell?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, if we raise our children in the Krishna conscious atmosphere, so
Mm,
it's first is anukulena because it's
mm,
anukul for them. Also, it's mentioned in the Bhagavatam, Rishabdev says, Jannina Sasyat, Pitamna
mm.
Sasyat. So,
Yeah.
if we are doing our duty as a parent, as a
Mm,
devotee parent, to raise
mm,
a children, raise our children in a Krishna conscious atmosphere, and it's
mm.
also Krishna Anushilanam because
Yeah, yeah.
we are
Yes, yes,
increasing the number of devotees of Krishna, so it's
yes,
very
yes, yes,
dear to
yes.
Krishna. And
Okay.
Proji,
Yes, yes. Mm,
the one more point is left, the Jnana
mm,
Karma Anavrata. So, Proji,
mm,
so we are not thinking that, for example, how can I say? So it's not just for okay, we are not that much attached. Okay, our children should be the devotee, or they will be the devotee. So we should not be
mm,
act like that only, because we can see that there is a lots of example in the Shastras also. So
mm.
parents are the devotee, but their children is not devotee. So we should not be attached. So they would be devotee, or they will be devotee, and they will be the advanced
That
devotee.
is not, yeah, I mean, that
Means project
is,
expectation should be not there.
expectation should not be there, but yeah, okay, that, yeah, see, if somebody has a egoistic thing, no, like, yeah, if my child doesn't become a devotee, my image will get spoiled in the
Yes,
society of
Guruji, same thing,
devotees.
Guruji.
So if that kind of fear or no, that kind of calculation is there, that becomes Anyabhilashta Shunyam gets broken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, Karma
Thank you.
Dhyana more like no, like if you are seeing that child more as a my son than as a devotee,
Mm-hmm.
or as a soul given by Krishna, kept under my care, and you see that then you become more attached, you consider raising him as your like no duty, as your dharma, as a pious, as a Vedic duty, than as a devotional service. So that becomes like a karma anavritam. Okay. Okay, next, taking care of family members. It's more like similar, so we will not take it. Okay, using social media, I can tell someone. Let's see, somebody new. Okay, Amrita Mataji, you can try.
Yes, Prabhu. Using social media in the service of Lord Krishna, as we are putting YouTube lectures and all those things.
Mm,
That is
mm.
comes in what
Krishnanushilanam it becomes
uh,
if you are doing that.
Krishna Anusilanam, and
Mhm.
not using other than that, means not using
Okay, okay,
materialistic thing for that.
okay, fine. That is fine. Okay, Yashraj Prabhu want to try? Can try.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji,
Yeah.
if we are not using just for, we should be use social media for preaching Krishna conscious, not for fame or
Mm.
people will praise me. Oh, he's a good devotee. Because this in the age of
Yes.
social media, it's very dangerous
Mm.
thing in the devotional service. But
Mm.
generally, if we are getting famous or we
Mm.
will be the famous, then
Mm.
our most focus is just only on to get views, not to service of Krishna.
Yes. Okay, this is from a more as a content creator perspective, more as a consumer perspective. Like if you can hear Krishna conscious content, but it is more for jokes and all. That is more like no for own enjoyment. So that also breaks Anyabhilashta Shunyam, and it can also be something like karma avrutam also in some way. But yeah. Okay. Yes. So this is so yeah. This is just to at least there may be some little no not some things may sometimes some things may fall under both no karma dhyana vrutam anyabhilashta shunyam. Sometimes there may be some jumbling there, but I hope you got the concept what exactly is pure devotion, what type of activities, what type of consciousness is pure devotion service and what is not. So every one of us has to see how much of the devotional activities we are performing as pure devotion service. So to that only we can expect that much we will advance in a proper way, that we will study further. So always it's good to take inventory of our own practices, how much we are doing it as pure devotional service and as not. So that we have to see. We will discuss also how one easy thing is to hear from pure devotees, pure hearing. It will help us to make more and more our activities as pure devotional service. But this is something, but we can discuss later also some things. Okay, so I will just finish this one small thing. Srila Rupa Goswami has also mentioned in this definition of bhakti the word jnana karmadi. The karmadi fruity work consists of activities which are unable to help one maintain attain to pure devotional service. Next, Sri Rupa Goswami gives another similar verse to this definition of Anyabhilashta Shunyam. So this verse, Anyabhilashta Shunyam, is coined by Sri Rupa Goswami as a definition of pure Uttama Bhakti. So that is his own definition, but he quotes another definition given by Narad Muni, Narada Bhakti Sutra. I think, yeah, Narada Bhakti Sutra. So Bhakti is defined as service to the Lord using senses. It should be done with the intention of pleasing the Lord, free of other desires and unobstructed by other processes. So this is the verse. No sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam hrishikena hrishikesha sevanam bhaktiruchyate. This is also there in your shloka memorization. This is there in Narada Pancharatma. So Jiva Goswami in his commentary to Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, he gives the correlation between the different terms of these two shlokas. So Krishna here is indicated by the word Hrishikesha. Hrishikesha is Lord of the senses, is also another name of Krishna. Sevanam. No, Hrishikena Sevanam, sorry. Just a minute. Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam is there, no? So Hrishikena Sevanam is equal to Anushilanam. Anushilanam is what we study in a body, mind, words, pravritti or nivritti connected to Krishna, Krishna's devotees or Krishna's avatars or Krishna's paraphernalia. So that is equal to Hrishikena Sevanam is indicated. Anushilanam is indicated by this word. Hrishikena Sevanam. It's an equivalent word. And for Anukulyena is Tat Paratvena. Tat Paratvena is considering Krishna as the Supreme Lord. One is doing this activity of Rishikena Sevanam. So that becomes Anukulina, is equivalent to Anukulina, Tat Paratvena. And Anyabhilashta Shunyam, for Anyabhilashta Shunyam, the equivalent word here is Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam. Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam. All upadis, material upadis are not there, means there are no material goals. So one is not doing any material upadis, so that is Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam. And Jnana Karmadi Anavrutam is Nirmalam. Nirmalam is pure, so there is no contamination of Jnana and Karma kind of things. So Nirmalam is there. So in that way, this Shastric verse is an equivalent also of the Bhakti Samrit Sindhu definition of the definition of Uttama Bhakti given by Sri Rupa Goswami. Yeah, this maybe you can think about it like how we can perform without any designations. Okay, I'll just complete reading this. Sri Rupa Goswami has also quoted a definition from the Narada Pancharatra as follows. This Prabhupada is explaining the above verse. One should be free from all material designations and by Krishna consciousness must be cleansed of all material contamination. He should be restored to his pure identity in which he engages his senses in the service of the proprietor of the senses. So when our senses are engaged for the actual proprietor of the senses, that is called devotional service. In our conditioned state, our senses are engaged in serving these bodily demands. When the same senses are engaged in executing the order of Krishna, our activities are called bhakti. As long as one identifies himself as belonging to a certain family, a certain society, or a certain person, he is said to be covered with designations. So when we are identified with material designations, our activities are naturally material. So if somebody identifies as a father, then he's taking care of his children becomes more like a material activity. But if one is seeing himself as a devotee and his children also are as devotees, so then it becomes devotional service. When one is fully aware that he does not belong to any family, society, or country, but is eternally related to Krishna, he then realizes that his energy should be employed not in the interests of so-called family, society, or country, but in the interests of Krishna. This is purity of purpose and the platform of pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness. So basically, this verse is also an equivalent to the verse we studied and we discussed in detail. So that is the. These are the equivalents of the terms given by Sri Jiva Goswami. Okay, any questions or anything? Okay, so we'll close now. So yeah, there may be some overlaps between some terms in some certain situations, but that should at least there should be a broad, clear understanding of what is pure devotional service and what is not. So tomorrow we'll study what are the characteristics of pure devotional service. So by performing pure devotional service, what all results one will achieve gradually. That we'll study in tomorrow's class. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Rupa Goswami ki jai. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhananjay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Pranam.